back to school time and us moms don't have time to be doing hair every day, so let me show you how to do these cute knotless braids for your child. To do these braids, I'm using some hair from the Janet collection. This is their easy split hair. So this hair comes pre-stretched and pre-sectioned, so I don't have to section the hair out, but I am going to take smaller sections and I'm going to cut it in half because I don't want Shiloh's braids to be too long. I also got this braid stand. This is easier to help me section the hair out, so all I have to do is just grab the hair while I'm braiding. And all these products are going to be in my Amazon storefront, so I'm going to use some Isha Slick and Slay gel to do these braids. Now this is like an edge control gel. It's almost sort of similar to like jam, so I like the way this product does in her hair. It doesn't like get cakey or anything like that. It's lightweight but a strong hold, so I'm going to pre-section her hair, and I'm doing sort of like a brick layering style because I'm making her parts and her sections big, but I'm going to make the braids a little bit small because that just looks better on her because she has a small head. She's 4 years old and she's really petite, so smaller braids look better on her hair, but I don't like to make smaller sections because I want to hurry up and get it out the way, and kids don't like to sit for a long time either. Plus, when it's time to take it out, it's easier. So this is what my sections look like. It just helps me to get through the style quicker. So one question I always get asked is how to feed in hair, so I'm going to show you how to do it right here. I'm going to show you how to feed in the hair when you're doing your knotless braids. So the first thing you're going to do is break the hair into 3 different pieces like this, and you're going to start off doing a braid. So the key to feeding in hair is that your right hand always needs to be dominant, so that's every other pass. So my left hand is right here, and now I'm on my right hand. And your right hand needs to be dominant because most people write with their right hand. It's their dominant hand. So you take your piece of hair, and what's doing the work here is your thumb and your pointer finger right here. So let me show you. We're going to do one pass again, and see my thumb and my pointer finger are right there. So I'm going to take my hair again. Let me slow it down, and I'm going to add it and catch it with my thumb and my pointer finger. One end of the feeded in hair is going to go with the hair that's in between my middle finger and my pointer finger, and the other hair I'm going to flip it over top to the hair that's sitting on top of my pointer finger, and I'm going to braid that in. Then once I braid it in, I do one pass. I'm dominant on my left. Now when I get dominant back on my right hand, I'm going to add my last piece of hair in like that. So I'm going to braid down a few passes before adding in my last piece of hair, but you're going to always see my right hand with my pointer and my thumb being the dominant fingers that's on there that's going to catch the hair when I add it in. So now that I'm braiding underneath, I still do the same thing. You see how I put that in there like that, and I just braid that through. So putting the hair in like that and not all just at the top, that ensures that the braid has even thickness throughout the braid. And if I wanted to add more hair, I would add it to make it longer, but I'm not making her braids real long braids. So 3 pieces of hair usually work for me when I'm feeding in hair. So it's really easy to do. As long as you know how to braid or cornrow, you can add in the hair. So I just finished up the hairstyle. Of course, I put a little edge on there, not a whole lot of baby hairs because she's a kid and the baby hairs don't even last on her. So I did the same thing that I did in the back. I got to the front, and when I got to the front, I wanted to make it like a little crinkly, so I just put it in 3 sections and put 3 braids in her hair, and I'm going to dip it in some hot water. So what you want to do is get you some hot water, make sure it's boiling hot water and not just like warm, so that the hair will actually stay in the style. And of course, please be careful with your water and all that stuff. Now if you want the crinkles to be a little bit bigger, you can put it in just one braid, or you don't have to put it in a braid at all if you want the ends to just be straight. But I put a little crinkle to it so it can have like a little bit of a style to it, since I'm not putting any beads or anything like that on there. So I dipped it in the hot water for about 30 seconds to a minute, just so that it can hold, because it's synthetic hair. And of course, towel dried it off and then took it out. And once I took it out, we had a nice little crinkle on the end, since I didn't add any curly hair or boho hair or anything like that. So got a nice little crinkle on the end, and this crinkle lasts the entire hairstyle. So it's a little straggly ends, little straight ends, so I just trimmed that off. Now if you want to trim your child's hair shorter, you can. This was like a modest length for her, nothing too long or anything like that. Like I said, she's 4 and she doesn't need a whole bunch of hair falling down her back. So of course, after I put those braids in her hair, I'm going to oil her scalp up. Now these braids are tension free. They're not extra tight because they're not super small or anything like that. So I use this as a protective style for Shiloh's hair. And I've had these little white rubber bands, so I just put these little white rubber bands in little random places just to give it a little bit more style. Since she's a kid, you know, make it a little bit more kid friendly. I don't like a whole lot of like colors and bows and ballies and all that in Shiloh's hair, but if you like that, by all means, put all the ballies, bows, colors, all that in your hair. I just chose white rubber bands because it's neutral. And this was the finished style. So it's really cute on her, not too much. She can wear this style up or down. This lasts about 6 weeks for her. I'm going to leave everything I use in the description box so you can check it out. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and like Shiloh's Temple channel and watch the other videos that she have. And thank you guys for watching.